Hello, this is Thomas Ansinger from the GeoMedia Smart Client core team, and today I would like to show you a workflow we have created for version 14 called the Job Management Workflow. The intention of this workflow is to show you some capabilities of the workflow engine, and furthermore to show a bit more complex workflows so that you can get an idea of what is possible using workflows. What you can do in our job management workflow is that you can log on as the supervisor, or you can log on as an editor. If you are a supervisor, you have the capabilities to manage regions or to administrate jobs. When you manage a region, you can create or update regions, and you can assign editors to different regions. And in the job part, you can create a job, you can assign an editor to one job, and you can review the jobs that have been created and managed by the editors. Once you review them, you can approve or decline the job, means that the final step is reached, or you can reject it. This means that the editor will have to go through the process again. On the other hand, as an editor, you just can process a job, you can check out the job, you process the job. Once you have checked it out, you can create and add the attributes, update attributes, create the geometry on the map, and once you are done with your process, you can check in the job, and the administrator has to review your work, approve it, decline it, or reject it. This is in theory what is possible with the job management workflow. Now let's have a look on how this works in here. Let's start the Smart Client. Takes a bit. Here we go. So we have Job Supervisor as the supervisor user. Log on with jobsupervisor.2014 as a password. And Smart Client starts up in the Job Supervisor view. First thing we have to do due to demo purpose is that we add some emails. As the supervisor gets some notifications and the editor gets some notifications, we can key in here the email so that we actually get the notification. Normally this would be done directly out of the system, but for demo purpose we've just add this additional step. So I just key in mine. Save that one, and now we start with the actual work. You can see in here as a supervisor, if we go back, you can manage the regions. You can get an overview of the regions. Let's have a look where they are located on the map. Here you can see them. They're here. So one, the other one, the third, make it a bit smaller to see both, and the fourth. And we could edit them bigger. Let's have a look on what the region is. Region is just the name in the description, and we have the editors. And in here we can assign different editors. You can see just 4 of them are assigned to the current region. If we have a look at another region, northwest part, here we will have others. You can see other editors are assigned to them. So this is basically all we can do in the regions. The more interesting part is the job management part. So we can go to the jobs. The first thing that an supervisor has to do is to create new jobs. So we create one. Search for an address first. Fortunately, the address search is a bit slow at the moment, has to be improved. This is why I started searching for the city. Then I give it a name. This will be the actual owner of that one. A job is nothing more than creating a building placed on a parcel. So what we would like to do is to create a new building, and the job for the editor is to create that building, to key in and update the attributes, and to verify that one later on by the supervisor. So what we do in here is we key in the details of the owner of the parcel itself and of the building that will be created. So in my case, I will be the owner of that building. We can get a type in here. So the type is, let's say, agricultural. We could get some comments, search for the address with just one zip code. Have to wait a little bit until it finds the streets. Here we go. Select the street. Get the street number. And then we automatically get in here the region it belongs to. We could upload some files, leave that for the moment, and we just save it. Once we have created the basic parts, we can now assign this job to editors. Now we can see in here, we are on the state that it is created, have the basic attributes in here, have an application number so that we can identify it through the system, some basic attributes keyed in, and now we would like that Carol Bates is going to be the editor of that one, so we select him and click on Assign Editor. It got assigned in the background, and there's no further job available in the unassigned jobs. So as the administrator, we are actually done with the work, and we are waiting for the email notification. And here we go. In the job management, we can see a new job has been assigned to you now that I am the editor. So as an editor, I got the information that a new job has been assigned to me. So now I can log on as an editor. Let's log out here. We're logging out here from the supervisor view and start the Smart Client as the editor. Each editor that is in there has the same username and password we have seen. So we just log on as Key Bates in this case. If I'm not wrong. Yes, can log on as Key Bates, and again, just key in the email address, save that one so that we get the notification, and then we jump directly into the pending jobs. So an editor can see all its pending jobs, and here we can see the job progress is that it is assigned to the editor and that it is still pending. And we click on it. We see that in the background it zooms automatically to that location. We can see the details, we see the progress in here, and now we can say, okay, now I would like to start my actual work. I would like to check out the job. From this time on, it is exclusively logged by this editor. So in this case, by Key Bates, it is logged, and no other editor may edit the same job any longer, and the supervisor is not allowed to assign another editor from now on. So now what we can do is that we edit the geometry, and we create the actual building, as the job itself is just there to create a building in here. Let's create a building, simple one. We save that one. Oh, and by the way, it also does the check if it is within the parcel or not. To edit the feature, let's say, let's place it outside of the actual parcel. Let's save it, and we will see what we get. And here we go. building overlaps parcel or region boundary, so we are not allowed to edit the geometry. So we say, okay, we have to edit it again. Let's place it within the actual parcel, save it, and it gets processed, and the geometry has been created. You can see it in here. Now we have our building created, and furthermore we can select files to upload them. In the desktop, I've prepared 2 images, Las Vegas, and select another one. So that we have 2 files in here. Just save that one. So we can see them here. As you can see now, the job at the background, let's close it. The job at the background here has a color, and if we see in here in the job management, we have our buildings. The buildings status means it is pending, means that the editor has created it, but the supervisor has to approve or decline the job, decide whether it is allowed to create a building in here or not, but the editor itself may just create it, so the status in here is just pending. And you can see the jobs itself also is reflected by a status. This at the moment in progress, could be finished, created, awaiting approval, or assigned to editor. So each time we change the actual status of the job in here, the point will also be updated, and this on the map, the current status of the job is also being reflected. Now let's again see what jobs are in progress by this editor. It's just this one job that is in progress by the editor. Click on it again. Let's verify again if everything works as expected. We have the correct name, correct email address, have an address assigned to it. So we got the parcel that is placed in here. This is the parcel we're talking about. We have 2 files uploaded. So I would say we're finished, and we check it in. So here you can see now the status is awaiting approval. And we can close that one because our job editor has finished his work. And you can see soon we should get, now we got a new email that the new job has been finished by Keybase and it is awaiting approval. So the supervisor has to log on again. Again with job supervisor and job supervisor.2014. Again, we key in the email address. Now if we can have a look at the jobs to approve, the job comes up in here. When we click on it, we automatically zoomed to that one, and we can see that it is awaiting approval. We can check it again, have a look if the building itself is placed correctly. So editor did a good job. Everything is correct. Now we can approve the job. And you can see once it's approved, the status of the job itself and the status of the building changes. And we have our first job finished. We can click on that job. And we can see the approval has gone through. And the end user, the actual customer, gets a simple notification that the request with the number 6 has been approved. And that's it. So we have finished our first, our whole workflow. gone through the whole steps. Let's see over them again. We manage the regions. We have seen that we can create update regions, can assign editors. Then we created a new job, assigned the editor. Once the editor was assigned, the editor itself got a notification on it. Editor logged onto the system, checked out the job, created a new building within the parcel that was assigned to it, did some further attributive updates, and checked in the whole job so that the supervisor got notified again. The supervisor reviewed the job, decided that everything was okay, and got an email notification. And that's it. So I hope that you like the job management workflow, and if you have any further questions, just send me an email to get more information on how this could be done. Thanks a lot.